Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin.
And I'm Sandra Priestley. Welcome to our podcast. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
How are you doing?
I am good.
Yeah.
I was listening to our podcast one day doing some editing, and you were talking about the Birkin bags.
Oh,
I had
I
never
know what you're
heard of
saying.
such a thing. So I
Hmm.
Googled them.
Yeah,
Holy moly.
they are a few dollars.
Like some of them are like $50,000.
Yes,
And you have to have spent so much money with them before they'll show you all of their bags.
right?
Like you
I
walk
know.
in off the street and they're not going to go, oh, we
I
just got
know.
this in.
Right.
There's
I
only
know.
this many made.
I know.
You're out of luck
Yeah,
until you spend, I don't know, $100,000 with them, or
I don't know. It's so wild to me. It
but
is
it
so wild to me.
opened my mind
Hmm.
to
I know. And also, I think there's a lot of times, there's like people out there that are like saying, oh, the economy, this, and we can't afford this, and we can't afford that. And like, there are people that are paying $50,000 for a fucking bag.
yeah.
They're 10th, they're 15th, they're 30th.
Mhm.
I mean, they're buying a Birkin bag for a little mini one. I don't even know what you put in there, your purse, like, or just your iPhone. I don't know.
Your lipstick.
And it's bright fucking orange and it matches your bright orange Louboutins. And then you don't use it all the time because it's bright fucking orange. And people are out there buying that stuff,
Yeah.
you know? I know. It's crazy.
But we limit ourselves by what we think is possible. Now, maybe we don't want that bag. It's not about that bag.
No.
It's about someone had an idea
Hmm.
and that's what came from it.
I know.
And they sell 1,000 a day or
It's,
something
it's ridiculous. Like, yeah, I
ridiculous.
know. Yeah, I
So
know.
for me, it's just about opening myself up to possibility and to like
I know.
we we had a little staycation a couple of weeks ago. It was before our anniversary. And so maybe it was a week ago. And we went to this little armadillo Christmas bazaar that we go to every year. And when I was telling one of my girlfriends, we're we're going because one of my clients had tickets and texted me and said, hey, I've got tickets to this
Yeah.
bazaar. Do you want to go? And I wasn't going to go just because I wasn't going to spend $30 to go shop. And I was like, we don't need to go this year. But then she's like, I got free tickets. So I'm like, let's go. Let's go play. And so when I tell my girlfriend this, she goes, hold on a second. She gets out her phone. She sends me a reservation for the Omni Hotel that's down there, downtown Austin. She goes, you and Paul are going to spend the night tomorrow night. So we went to the bazaar. We went, checked into the hotel, but she had made us this reservation, this place called Here Nor There.
Oh,
And so we get checked into the hotel and then we're going, we're downstairs, down, on the street, looking we're doing Google walk directions to this place. And it leads us to this like kind of a diner. So we walk in and I'm like, we have reservations, but I don't know where we're going. And he looked and he goes, oh, just go around the corner and there's a gate and you'll enter your code that they sent you.
I love these places. Oh,
So we've got to have a code to get in. It's not marked. It's not. Then we walk through this little alley and through the staircase and then open this door and poof, we are in this magical little tiny place that's kind of under the building. And we walked in and it's like entering a whole another world. And we get to the bar and we're my friend just made the reservation for us. Like, I don't know what this place is. He's like, just order a drink. And I'm like, well, so,
This is my dream. This is my dream. I just
and we
fascinated.
got the most magnificent little drinks that I've ever put in my mouth. I mean, it was unbelievable. And it was an experience. Like they didn't offer food. It was just, you had to have a reservation to walk in there and have a drink. And I thought, they don't advertise. I've never heard of this place. They don't even put a sign on their door.
Right.
You have to know about it
Uh-huh.
to find it.
Mhm.
And I thought, what magic is that? They're knowing whoever walks through my door was magically sent here.
I bought this book and it's called Contagion: Why Things Catch On. And now I don't read books, right? So, like, keeping in mind, I only read about a third of it. But that's ridiculous that I only read a third of it because I was fascinated by the book.
Yeah.
And he talks about this like mysteriousness and how things actually catch on just on their own. And the example was, I can't remember, it was a place in New York, but you go into like a little coffee shop or something,
Mm-hmm.
and there's inside this coffee shop, there's a red, like a Superman telephone booth, right? Like inside. You walk up, open the door, dial in the number that you've been given, and it opens up this door and you walk through. You have to have the number. They do not advertise. You walk into the most magical, high end, expensive restaurant you've ever seen with incredible food. And they, like, I don't even know if it has a name, to be honest with you, but it's like you have to, the only way that you can get in is by knowing the code. And the only way that you can know the code is by knowing someone who actually knows the place and makes a reservation. Like, it's exactly like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, how special is that? And like, it becomes contagious
Yeah.
because you got to know, what is this about? It's the same with like a $300 grilled cheese sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go.
Yeah.
You just got to try it. Like,
Yeah.
and it might not even be that good, but people buy this $300 sandwich just because they
Uh-huh.
can say, I ate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or peanut butter and jelly or whatever it was. Like, I can't remember, with gold flakes and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. But then the key is too, once you get in, it's got to be spectacular.
Yeah. And it was.
Like,
It
right.
was a moment. I mean, just sitting in there looking around, going,
Was there tons of people in there? Like, I'm just dying to know.
so we had a couple on this side and a couple on this side. And then they had all these little nooks and crannies around the back of the bar. And so there
Yeah.
were people in there. So it wasn't uncomfortably packed,
Yeah.
but it was full.
And was it very expensive?
It was probably $60 for us to have two drinks and then tip them.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean it was a little, yeah, it
It was a
was,
little pricey. Yeah. But
but we
also
weren't
it's
paying
quality.
just for that drink.
Uh-huh.
The service,
Yeah. Totally.
was exceptional.
Yeah.
The drinks, never anything better,
Yeah.
you know?
And was I telling you the story about where we went to this casual canoe, this restaurant in Cold Lake,
That
the
sounds
casual canoe?
familiar.
And it was the same way. It was an expensive meal for sure, but we were paying for uniqueness. We were paying for them to have like the towel wrapped around the wine bottle as it was poured and to pour it properly and not, and we were paying for, we had two people come up and serve us at all points in time. We were paying for all of our meals to be placed on the table in unison. Like we were paying for the ambiance, the music, the decor, the view of the lake, like, and it was worth it.
Mhm.
It was so worth it. Even the plating of the meals. I don't know. I mean, I'm a pretty good cook, so I did think, could I recreate this? Yes. But it was so special. Like the experience was special, and I felt like we were paying for the experience.
100%. And
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but anytime we do things like that, Paul will look at what we're eating and he will duplicate it at home.
Yes. That's what I love to do.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he doesn't duplicate the experience of it.
Right.
So I would never say just make it at home
Yeah.
because that experience is something
Yes.
to like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you can also remember what you ate and recreate it later.
Right. Exactly. And I do the same thing, but it is like there's something special about getting dressed up. And I mean, I suppose I could try to recreate the experience here. Like I could dim the lights and I could, plate it on the good china and all of those things. And I really probably should one day.
Mhm.
Like, because even I know when my grandma was still alive, I made chicken cordon bleu for her with the most amazing potatoes and I can't even maybe asparagus, I can't remember. And I served it on her china and I served it plate service. So I had the salads come out first and I served them. And, you know, she was like, she kept raving about every single thing that I did. And
Oh,
it was like creating this experience for her, but also in the comfort of my house. And man, we should
mm.
we should just do that. And I was thinking about, because you wrote a really good post. Well, I love the way that you write, but you were talking about the long noodle,
Oh, that was a
right?
revelation moment. Like
Mm-hmm.
my
It was like,
brain. Mhm.
I know, like let's just like let the
Let the
long
noodles
noodles
be
like
long.
let the noodles be long. And we spend too much time trying to rush through life
Mhm.
and trying to get everything done, and we're really only half fucking thinking about where we are because you know we're off in our minds, like in the past and in the future,
Yeah.
and we're not really in the present at all.
No, let's hurry this up because I got to get to that next thing. Can you talk a
Yeah,
little faster, Sandra?
exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it's like, right? And
Yeah.
we just wish our lives away. It reminds me of like, I don't know, when I had my first baby, everything was like, whoa, what the fuck is happening here? Like, I was sort of like shocked, right? And all of a sudden I was pregnant with my second. And I vowed, I knew that this would be my, like I was only going to have two children. And so I vowed that I was going to appreciate every moment of my pregnancy, of the birth process, of like, having her at home, of everything.
Yeah.
Because I think the first one I kind of rushed through, like, oh, I can't wait until he's out of diapers. I can't wait until he can walk on his own. I can't wait until he's at school. And it felt like I kind of rushed everything along,
Yeah.
waiting for the next step. And um, I think when Shay came along, and even just being pregnant, it allowed me or reminded me or focused me in on like appreciating the moment
Mm-hmm.
more so than I had before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I with Lily, because I knew that was it.
yes.
I knew that she was done. Like that was the last one. And I got my tubes tied when she was born, like it was permanent. There was no going back.
Right.
And I loved being pregnant
Me too.
and feeling the baby move and stretch and kick and do all the stuff.
Oh
I mean,
no.
even though Logan fractured one of my ribs because
Oh my gosh.
he was a boxer in there, there was something that I just loved about being pregnant. And I remember having her and they tied my tubes. And I woke up in the hospital going, I'm supposed to have another baby and her name's Emily. I've completely messed up. Oh my God, what did I do? Like freaked out for a minute.
Oh wow.
And then it was like, if you're supposed to have another baby, you'll have another baby. Relax. You'll figure it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even when she wouldn't take the breast, I had a nurse that was like, I'm not letting you leave the hospital until she's feeding. And I said, you don't get to decide
Mm-hmm.
how I feed my baby. This is my
Yeah.
last one. And if she doesn't want the breast, I'm not going to make her. I'll give her
Right.
a bottle. She's not going to
Yeah.
starve, but I'm going to enjoy
Yeah.
every moment with my last baby.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not like that. And she was not my nurse much longer because I was yelling and saying, get this crazy bitch out of my room. But I remember that with her just looking, going, this is it. Don't miss it.
Yeah.
Did that make me stay alert? No, I was still cutting the noodles in half because I was in a hurry. But there were moments of it that I didn't
Mhm.
quite grasp then. But the other night when I was making pasta, and I don't really eat pasta often,
Yeah.
but I was making pasta, and as I'm making the noodles, it's just all coming to because I'm like, wow, I never used to just let the noodles cook. Like, this is so cool. And, I've got to keep stirring so that they don't get stuck to the side or burn or,
Right.
but then it started making me go down my life and how
Mhm.
that's kind of how I've lived
Yeah.
instead of just stopping and being in the moment.
There's an interview, and again, I mean, I don't know why I remember this, but Michael Pollan, he's a chef,
Mhm.
and he was being interviewed by Oprah. And I always remember this. I'm sure I've said this on the podcast too, but he says, like, when you're stirring the soup, stir the soup.
Stir the soup.
And isn't that fascinating that it's like that would be impactful for me, but it is impactful for me. I just sometimes forget about it. But you know, it there is magic. Like I even think I was making butternut squash soup the other day and I was stirring the soup and I thought, oh, isn't that pretty? Like, isn't it pretty just watching this like creamy, thick sort of soup just like swirl, like, and feel the texture of it and like all of it,
Yeah.
seeing flakes of the fresh nutmeg. And yeah, I just remember thinking, like, oh, when you're stirring the soup, stir the soup.
Stir
Like,
the
it
soup.
comes back every once in a while, but let the noodles belong. Yeah.
Same thing.
Same
Same thing.
thing.
But it's funny because you introduced me to the stir of the soup
Yeah.
probably 4 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I love it. And anytime I am stirring soup or gumbo,
Yeah.
that's what flashes through my head is Be
Uh-huh.
here with the soup.
Right. I often think about that. Just like I was thinking the other day, I had a Vietnamese coffee. So it's like, it's really rich. This is, I should not have had it. But anyway, this was how I treated myself on New Year's Day. So I had, you put like condensed milk, sugary, condensed, sweetened milk in your coffee. And it was interesting because every single time I have ever done that, I've thought about my friend who I first had this coffee with. She and I had gone to this Vietnamese restaurant after, I don't know where we were, after meal.
Mm.
And we went and she introduced me to this Vietnamese coffee. And I thought, like, wow, how I was paying attention to stirring this
Mhm.
coffee.
Yeah.
And I thought how interesting, because sometimes we forget about the connections that we have to people and the things that remind us, because we're so freaking busy. We throw the condensed milk in, the sweetened milk in,
Stir it up.
and like stir it, and like off you go. You
Yeah.
toss the spoon in the sink, and you don't take the time to think, ah, this reminds me of my friend.
Mhm.
Or gumbo. Wow, look at how this is going to turn into the most amazing gumbo. I can tell I used the right fucking flour this time.
Woohoo.
Like,
Yeah, I
oh,
know. I have not made gumbo this season because
really?
we've had one cold snap.
No.
And so the next cold snap is going to be gumbo making time. But it is like 88 degrees outside right now,
Oh,
to put it in perspective.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
We have had so much snow that the snow banks are over my head, like 6 feet. It's wild. I would kill for 88 right now.
Well, I would just maybe like 60,
Yeah.
but that's not even cold enough for gumbo. But I mean,
Wow.
it's
You would need,
January.
yeah.
But
You need your air
speaking,
conditioning on.
oh yeah, it is on. Speaking of January,
Mm-hmm.
you had your 12 wishes, you gave 11 to the universe.
Uh-huh.
What one did the universe give you?
Well, my 12th one, I actually forgot that I had written, but the one that I opened was to reduce inflammation in my body. And I loved it so much. What was interesting was like, because with Shay and I both did this together,
Mhm.
and she kept saying, like, what happens if the one that we're left with, we're not responsible for it? Like, what happens if there's another person or something else outside of us that we can't control that is needed to make this thing happen? And so I said, well, we just like become the person who would have that thing. Like, that's within our control. Become the person who would have that thing, who would have that situation, and then see what happens. Like, that's within our control. But what was interesting was hers, the one that was left for her was very much in her control. And she said, this is, and it's really about her thoughts, right? She said, this is 100% within my control. I was going, shit, yeah. If I could focus on reducing my inflammation, I would feel better. My body would function better. My weight loss would be a lot easier. If I just focus on that, drink all my water, don't eat inflammatory foods. So that was the perfect one that I could get,
Yeah.
because it's like the one that's going to affect all the rest of them.
Mhm.
And what I found interesting was that I had a client of mine. She did this thing. She did this as well. I have a couple of clients, but so this particular client, she did one. Her two daughters did them. Her two sisters did them, and her niece. So they had all kind of done this together. On January 1st, they were all together and they opened them up and they read them. There was a series, almost like a symphony of, ugh, gross. This is the one that I got. It was fascinating to me because I'm thinking the power of who you're with, right? So one person says, oh God, I have to lose 50 pounds, followed by, oh, I have to do this. Like it becomes contagious. Mm-hmm. Whereas in our house, I was like, oh, reduce inflammation. That makes sense. I did not think I was going to get this one, but this one makes sense. Yes. Okay. I can totally do this.
Yeah.
And she went, it kind of fixed her fear or her worry too, because she's like, this is 100% within my control.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Like, I'm going to focus on this. And I also, when my client was telling me like, this is, ugh, gross, we're all disappointed. I said, isn't it funny that we would look at the one task, one of the 12 wishes, and we would look at the one task and think, oh, gross, I don't want to do this. But the universe has 11.
Yeah.
11 other things you don't have to worry about. You just have to worry about this one thing. Just do the thing. Like, and now I ate inflammatory foods. I didn't drink enough water on January 1st. Like, what the hell? However, it was interesting because at the end of the day, I thought to myself, if I am going to expect the universe to take care of my 11, show the fuck up for your one.
Right.
Like, show the fuck up for your one. So
it's crazy to me because it feels like that was exactly the one that was meant for you.
Absolutely. And
like
I personally believe it's the magic one.
Body. Do what?
Yes. I personally believe it's the magic one.
Yeah.
I believe that last one is the magic one. It is the one that is meant for you. It is the one that you are expected to show the fuck up for. Yeah. And there's a reason why it happens to be that one. So to me, it's like, it is like a message from the universe, a message from God going, hello, here's your key to everything you've ever fucking wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. And I mean, to me, like, if one of your wishes is, I want to lose 50 pounds, and then you like, that's the one you get. It's like, oh, okay, how can I create this? How can I do this? What should I do? How can I make this happen?
Not, I have to lose 50 pounds.
Right. The universe is taking care of like you winning the lottery, your kids getting married, whatever else it is that you really have asked for. I just think, what a fucking blessing to only have the one.
Yeah. And I think it's the one that's going to help you grow the most.
For sure.
This is the universe going, yeah, you focus on this, master this.
Right.
While I take care of this stuff for you.
And I also I kind of have it in my head. I mean, I sort of attach meaning to things for myself, right? And so I kind of have it in my head of like, that if I show up for myself, if I show up for this one thing,
yep,
that's going to trigger the universe to show up for me in those 11 other ways.
Correct.
But if I don't respect myself enough to show up for the one, like, the universe is not going to come and hand me 11.
Right. Right.
So it's
reciprocal. Yeah.
Yeah. Reciprocal. That's what it feels like to me. So
yeah,
today, on board. Reducing inflammation.
With that, we are out of time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sandra. This was good. Just what I needed today.
Me too.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday on the Happy Half Hour. Bye.